wandered around the hotel and I found this, I mean, it maybe doesn't look good initially, but it looks great to the camera. It's this hallway between buildings. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. I see the hallway and I say, well, I've got massive windows on either side, so the light's going to be beautiful. I don't need a speed light. I don't need any strobes. It's just going to be natural light and it'll look great. Okay, but there's a couple things that are less than ideal. I don't know if you can see that, but there's some signs going down the whole hallway. And that does not look too awesome. So what I did is I took a look through my camera before I shot, before I brought the model here. And what I did is I shot with a longer lens. And how that longer lens works, or I was shooting with a 24-105 at a longer focal length, is it compresses. So all of these pillars line up and it hides those really ugly signs. No offense to the person who designed them. So I use that compression for a leading line and also to simplify my scene. So I've got the light down, got the composition down. But in fashion photography, there's a little bit more to it than that. You want to wow people, you want to catch their attention. And one of the keys to a dynamic image is motion, an interesting subject matter. All right, well, we have an interesting subject. She's beautiful. But part of this whole equation in fashion photography is the styling, is the wardrobe. And so I started a company last year called Dream Shoot Rentals. And what we do is we rent dresses and avant-garde headpieces and jewelry and all of that to photographers to help make their dream shoots a reality. When I was first trying to do fashion photography, that was the hardest part of the equation. So that sparkly gown, that was a Dream Shoot Rentals gown. This one is, and this one I like. But it was missing a little bit of snazziness, something a little bit more exciting. So we are going to step it up a notch. What I did is I went on eBay and I bought a parachute for, it was like $30 or $60, and it's kind of torn and it's fallen apart, but I'm gonna grab that. You can take a look at it. Okay, here's my parachute. Nothing special. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in the back of her dress. Normally I'd probably take an A-clamp, clip it on there, or maybe use some gaffer's tape since it's all purpose or something like that, but we're going to make do. And I'm going to use this for movement. Because the other thing I didn't quite like about this location was the doors at the end. It's not a problem if the parachute's covering it. So really my task here, lights taken care of, cool composition, beautiful model, interesting subject. Now it's just getting the movement right. So we'll just start with it poofed out. All right, that's fine. Okay, here we go. All right, so I've tucked the parachute in the back of her dress and I've kind of floofed it out nice and pretty. I'm gonna grab a couple shots like this, make sure I have some nice movement to her body. I want all my poses to be like dancing, elegant. And then we're going to add a little bit of motion. I think I'm gonna recruit somebody to help me out with that. So let me get a couple shots like this. Okay, perfect, yes, it's soft hands. Okay, perfect. And look your head the opposite direction. Perfect. And a little bit lower on your back arm, great. And kind of wheel, yeah, perfect. Now lean forward towards the window. Great, and chin towards me a little. Perfect. And now chin back at me. And give yourself a little bit wider stance so it looks like you're stepping. Yeah, perfect. And chin down a little, and eyes to me. Okay, now can you reach back and grab the parachute with just your right hand? Great. So same movement, I'm gonna have you kind of give yourself the end of it. So kind of give yourself a little bit more movement. And you're gonna pick it up and throw it. All right, so this is definitely a task in coordination, so we'll see how this works. All right, ready? And front hand lower, just a little bit lower. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, let's see how you did here. Perfect, just be real nice and relaxed. Perfect, chest towards me just a little bit more. Great, and put that front hand soft. How about cross it in front just a little bit? And then lower. Great, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, okay, so now I've decided to recruit. Sir Matthew Jordan Smith, would you be willing to be my dress
Actually,
flooper flyer?
I would love to.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna have you stand just behind her. And I'm gonna have you throw it so that it covers you. So maybe you need, I don't know if you need to kneel since you are quite a tall and you're a stately gentleman with a lot of height. So you're just gonna toss it in the air and I'm gonna have you put one hand on your hip, face me straight on. Great, hand on your hip, and then look out the window just a little bit. Perfect, okay. Oh, whoa, he is so good at this. Good. Can you tuck one knee in, your right knee? Tuck it in, perfect. All right, and the last one, I'm gonna have you throw it in the air. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Okay, see, I found what happens when photography doesn't work out for you. This is going to be...
My new career.
Thank you very much.
Something to do.
Oh, perfect. I think it's not too bad. You get to be around beautiful women in pretty clothes. Thank you.
You're welcome, dear.
So what I want you to keep in mind is if you're going for an image that's more exciting, maybe in a duller location, or maybe you don't know how to make your images a little bit more exciting, a little spicier, try to add some movement. Try to add something unusual. There's a bunch of key things that give your images high impact, and one of those things is definitely movement and subject matter.